Good morning, you guys. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna just start giving y'all the opportunity to get the notifications. I'm gonna let you out. Hey, the Black Barbie, you're the first person. Tyranny is the second. Joy loves God. Robert, Lynn, Jacqueline, Michelle, Diane. How is everyone doing this morning? Stanley Govan. Oh Lord. Stanley, you want to call in? Stanley, you want to call in? Where my phone is? Stanley, you want to call in? Yes or no? Clarinetta says, hello, kings and queens. The Black Barbie says, I was listening to your podcast from last night. Yeah. And it's funny, as soon as I got on, as soon as I got on, I um I started getting sleepy. Tony says, yeah, he gotta be done. Ain't no way they ignore CMG. Hey, Courtney. Stanley, you want to call in to the show? You can call in if you want to. I'm waiting for you to respond. Come back, boo. Come back, mama. Says shout out to the chat. ZK says, like, yeah, you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I want to talk about Hernandez Govan. Now, it's a Stanley Govan in here. He claims that that's his brother. That's what he's saying. We know that people make fake pages and come in and troll and stuff all the time, child. I ain't never in my life seen no Stanley Govan in my chat. Okay. Oh. So we know how they do it. It says, yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, okay? But will Hernandez Govan be convicted for his part? Will he have his day in court? I think everybody was anticipating Hernandez Govan being in court and getting on the stand, right? I even think that Straight Drop's attorney was anticipating that because even if Hernandez, I'm glad that he didn't, because if Hernandez Govan had gotten on the stand, that would have given Straight Drop's attorney the opportunity to play games and definitely raise reasonable doubt within the jury, right? He would have been able to raise reasonable doubt because he was already trying to say that the other young man who had issues about the car, that was saying that young Dolph was his family, he already tried to insinuate that maybe he or Trayon, even though um Cornelius had already said it was him and Justin Johnson, may have been the ones that was out there, right? I think that's what he was trying to raise. Um the because like I said, the the prosecutors have to prove that a person is guilty. They have to prove their case, without a shadow of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. and the prosecutor, I mean, the defense, all the defense has to do is just raise reasonable doubt. If you go, maybe it was him, but I have some doubt, not say that he's innocent, but if there's doubt, then you can say not guilty. You can have a not guilty verdict, right? But and I think that's something that would have happened if Cornelius had not taken the stand. Once Cornelius took the stand, there was really no need to call all of the other, except for the phone records, show him going in and out of his building with the same clothes and stuff on. Now, they're saying that Govan, this is the second time I've gotten a notification from the backup and not the wow. Now Govan, um her name came up in this situation, right? We know that he was arrested. We know that he had some type of affiliation with CMG. Okay, so will what was Govan's part? According to Cornelius, and Cornelius seemed pretty credible, even though he's a unaliver, um, and all of that. Just because he's a crackhead and all of that stuff, um, it don't mean that he's not telling the truth. I could see if he was consistently trying to disassociate himself from what happened, but he says that Govan brought him to Juke. And I've always said that's what I believe. I believe he was like the mediator, the middle person that they came to. Govan didn't want to do it. He didn't want to go and pop up Young Dolph because he knew that it was not going to be conducive to his livelihood to do it, but to find a way because he's a hustler, a finesser to get money. As I always said, I don't think he had a necessarily had a vendetta against Young Dog. He's just grimy, trying to get money and didn't care how he got it, which is just evil, right? So he was I always said I felt like he was the person that they came to and asked, do you know this is what we want done. Do you know anybody? And he brought Cornelius and straight dropped to the table. I do. I believe that's exactly what happened. So, but will he have his day in court? Because Cornelius kind of, um, what Cornelius said, it would appear that, Govan was tampering with evidence. Like he said something about the car. Um, yeah, he said something about the car. Of course, he received money also, or was supposed to receive money from this situation. So, I mean, if you ask me, his role in this it was just as bad too. Um, Although he didn't, shoot him or anything like that, I don't believe because Govan had the opportunity to take him out himself. Um, but he already knew, like I said, that it would not be conducive to his livelihood. So this was another way to get the money without, in his eyes, getting his hands dirty, right? So will Hernandez be convicted for his part? Does he still have the same charges? Because that's something we're not hearing about. We thought that he was going to testify. Now, on his Facebook page, he had posted probably like last Friday or something like that, come and lay your eyes on me or something like that if you mess with me. Allegedly he had a party or something. I don't know. But yeah, allegedly he had a party, but he was talking like he was getting ready to go to trial. We was up under the impression that he was going to trial. That's what we thought, he was going to trial. Um they said Govan played a big part in that situation, period, and put it all on them, I believe. Yeah, he was the person that um got straight dropping them together. I guess that's why they call him the mastermind. He was the one that got them together. But to me, the mastermind is the person who um came up with the idea, conceived the idea of the thought, and was willing to pay for the hit. To me, that would be the mastermind. Rest in peace, young dog says, "What's popping? Long live Dolph." Miss T, he gon' get his. Leo says, "How will he find out what's Govan's punishment sentencing?" I don't know, because I mean they've just kind of left it where it is. If you notice, Straight Drop's attorney tried to act like he didn't know anything about what was going to happen. Paul Hagerman didn't say a whole lot about Govan. He didn't say a whole lot about him. They mentioned him in the beginning. Cornelius did, but afterwards, Hagerman didn't say much other than he was a gambler, he was a drug dealer. Um, that part. So it's interesting. Are they gonna drop his charges? Like it is just nobody knows. It's just you're kind of like in limbo. That's where we're at with it. What is going on with that? Will he have a trial? We thought he was supposed to go to trial on Monday with Straight Drop. Well, that didn't happen. It appears to me that Straight Drop's attorney basically was trying to put all of the fault, was saying that Orange Bound Quet set Straight Drop up. According to Straight Drop's attorney, he was basically saying he set him up because um, Straight Drop didn't want him to get a piece, get a percentage of him as an artist. So, so he basically set him up. So, I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. He was saying. I've been thinking about you. Thank you, Mr. Parker. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining and um Michelle Johnson says that's why his lawyer said his paperwork is sealed. Rest in peace, young dog says it's funny to me because everybody mad why they can't just be happy. Dog family got one step closer to full justice. Christian says, "Hello, Tamara. Do you think the insurance agent would ever appear in court with his statement?" I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see why he wouldn't. That's how you know it is something going on. But the key point, the thing is, what they keep saying is full justice. This is just a minute. Straight Drop is just one of a few, right? It's still an ongoing investigation. And I think quite a few people gonna get their day in court. They said Quet still got some telling to do, and it must good. I think we all expect immediate movement with all involved, but the feds, right? The feds don't move like that. We know that, and so like I said with Orange Mound Quet, we're just wondering, like, will his charges be dropped? Will his charges be what's the word that I'm looking for when they take your charges down? Um, will they be dropped to lesser charges, dropped altogether? Will he go to court? Will he have a trial basically? Or has he already? When he said, "Y'all come and lay your eyes on me," we was thinking he was going to trial. Was he moving somewhere in an undisclosed location? I don't know. Um, they said Quetta is the one the feds would want to flip and confirm Corn's story. Same here. Rest in peace, young dogs. Same here. The Alabama Hitter notifications. The Alabama Hitter says he got notifications on the second page, and instead of the first page. That's YouTube. I don't know what they be doing. Michelle says it's not full justice until they all that was involved. Real talk. Quet is G definitely telling something good because he was getting too many passes when he was messing up on bond. But what is there to tell? My thing is, if people feel like Quet is telling, it would anybody even allow him to get, because it's been out there for a while. So who he gonna tell on? Because I would think these street dudes wouldn't be around him if he was telling. Then what's gonna happen is the street dudes are not gonna let him come around them. So y'all, I mean, that's what I would think. M girl says, Quit knows something about Gotti. Cincy Dizzy says a mastermind getting bond is code for I work with the feds. A clarinet says, Me too. It was real talk. 2 page. I hit the like button on both. Thank you, Clarinetta. Rest in peace, young dog. What they mad for, and I agree. Dolph family should have the justice. Quit knows something about Gotti. Corn testimony was strong, but was a dope fiend. A clean witness like Quet can serve up Gotti. Yeah, and I don't know if Cornbread ever was around Gotti, but we don't know because the prosecutors really didn't want him mentioning. I could tell they really didn't want him mentioning anybody but Juke because remember Cornbread said when they talked about Straight Drop getting a deal, he was like, "Yeah, he's supposed to get a deal. They were supposed to give him a deal. They were supposed to get a deal with Gotti and them." That's what he said with Gotti and Juke them. So I don't know. That's why I listen closely with how when Cornbread would say they, or he would move towards implicating more than Juke, they would kind of rear him back to just stand on Juke for some reason. You would think that Quet would have been on trial because he has the charges, or that he would have been in court. But it wouldn't have been a good thing for Quet to go to court because Straight Drop's attorney was very disappointed. If Quet had came up in there and Straight Drop's attorney cross-examined him, that he would have been able to use Quet to raise reasonable doubt. He probably would have flat out said, "I think that was you out there. We can't say that was you out there with him." And Cornelius is protecting you. I mean, he could have really, because he played games now, but that's what defense attorneys do. So I think he was very disappointed, and you could tell about them not calling him. Paul Hagerman is a very experienced attorney. He does this. This is what he does. He knows exactly what Luke was gonna do. A defense attorney like Luke Evans would have had a field day with Quit, and Straight Drop probably would have got a hung jury, or it might have been not guilty. He says, "Hey y'all, I think Quit may have something on Gotti, and it's good info, and I believe the feds is letting him hide out from CMG and his family." Gotti told Straight Drop to stay solid and not snitch. Yes, he did, Derwin. M Girl Media says, Tam, do you remember the video of Jug and Straight Drop video shoot? They have scrubbed that. I don't remember the video of Jug and Straight Drop's video shoot. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing that. But I do remember seeing Straight Drop on stage. He was hanging out with Homie G, and Jug was there, and Moneybag Yo. He was hanging out at their concerts and stuff, and Black Youngster. They was finessing him. Where Grayface at? Because Grayface, I'm trying to think if it was Grayface that sent me those pictures, or was it Rest in Peace Young Dog? Somebody send me those pictures again. Um, hey, beautiful nightmare. So, like I said, it's gonna be interesting, and I think people feel like everybody just loves to hate God, and nobody loves to hate God. Everybody just wish that this didn't happen. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, I don't know if y'all don't know the KP nigga from CMG. He been talking crazy, but he deleted his post. And Miss T, I know for a fact Juke went to Straight Drop video shoot, but he ain't take a pic. And what pics? The picture of Straight Drop being on stage. what's that, Dahlia? Also, Big Jug did a live and was speaking on snakes. Who are the snakes? Yeah. I mean, now that statement is starting, it seems like to be the statement is starting to become more clear. Big Jug probably, even at the time back in January, I'm sure he knew at some point he was going to be indicted. He says, we put snake rather than face me, you rather snake me. Well, everybody wanted to put that on paper route. Paper route can't snake Jook. Why would they face him? They didn't have nothing to do with it. You only snake people that you are familiar with or affiliated with, right? He said, we put snakes on plates and eat great. That means he was letting them know we're gonna have your head on a plate. And we still gonna eat or something. Or we gonna eat you up for dinner or something like that. Miss T, one thing I can't out of the back of my mind is I can't let go of is Raven is saying it all started around 10 and she said it on her YouTube channel and the video is gone now. Well, she wasn't there. So I always said that Raven would never have been put on she would not be a credible witness because what she got was secondhand information. So she wasn't there. She was not there. So if she wasn't there, she really don't really know what time it started. Um, True Aquarius says a drop lawyer said his little closing statement to the jury and walked off when he was done, like he had convinced the jury to find. Listen, Straight Drop's attorney was funny to me. Straight Drop's attorney. Hold on one second. Hold on, y'all. Yes, I got it, and I looked over the case notes. I will reach out to you in a couple hours to let you know when I will start the investigation. Okay, you guys. I forgot what I was saying. He says, help me understand. When they said Straight Drop did it for a second deal, was their way of implicating CMG label? Hagerman kept the case clean and to what could be cooperated by evidence. Absolutely. Because once you start presenting too much and you be all over he kept it clean. Absolutely. He kept it sanitized, as he said. Um, Straight Drop says, Tam Queen, oh, not straight drop, straight to the point. Lord have mercy. Tam Queen, I didn't see the U-Haul. No, I didn't see a U-Haul either. I don't even know where. I don't even know where they came from. I will also send you over the contract for the retainer's fee. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Um, call straight to the point, straight drop by mistake, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me answer my text messages and stuff. Okay. Um, he says what people are missing is it was a known bag out there, and whoever wanted the bag and willing to step could claim the bag. Best believe there were others trying to get that bag. You think so? If there was others trying to get it, they would have got it. If it was others trying to get that bag, they would have got it. Um, every tag they need, True got them. Yeah, if it was others trying to get it, straight dropping them, how come? Let me ask y'all this then. Why did they have to get Cornelius? Why didn't they get one of the other little guys to go that straight drop hung out with every day? They called themselves had a lot of respect for straight drop and that he was this hitter. How come out of all those guys in True Mafia, Orange Mountain Quet was around those guys all the time? Why didn't they recruit Teasy? Why didn't they recruit? We know Trayon had just did a hit in Covington. Why didn't they recruit any of those other little guys that wanted some rank? Why did they go and recruit Cornelius? It seems like to me that it would have made better sense as it relates to them if they get straight drop to get one of the other little guys that he ran with every day. Why did they get Cornelius? If it was other people that was wanting to um to get that bag. You know, Straight Drop ran with JoJo Splat in them every single day, and it's still something with that. But he ran with them every day. They seem to have been proud of Straight Drop for going and taking Young Dolph out until the heat got too hot on their asses because he was easy to because they wanted. Hold on, it's moving so fast. They didn't get corn and Drop took it up on themselves to claim the money. Straight Drop got cornbread money. Ian said something about a meeting about the hit because he wanted some money. Crash dummy because he was easy to manipulate. They was planning to throw him under the bus. Okay, that makes sense. So if they got caught, they felt like Cornelius was this drug addict. They could have put everything on Cornelius. I know. Listen, they treated Cornelius like he wasn't shit. In order for people to do something like that to you, it is because they have sized you up. Why in the hell did they feel like it was okay that they could do that? Have Cornelius, because Cornelius is actually the one that took unalive young dog. Straight Drop did too, because his bullets went into him too. But he was already knocked down when Cornelius ran up there. He was wobbling from side to side. The damn gun was too heavy in his arm before he even got up there to the window. He almost fell. It looks like to me. So what made them think that they could promise Cornelius $40,000 and only give him $800 and get away with it? It is because they had been, they had sized him up. He had been in the neighborhood, probably, one of those types of guys that, would go to the gas station and ask the owners of the gas station, can I clean up this shitty, pissy restroom? Y'all know how gas station restrooms look for $5. That's why they thought that they could do him like that. That makes sense because Straight took his time getting out the car. Straight Drop, I don't even believe he really intended on getting out the car. By the time he got out, Cornelius had already knocked young Dolph down. I believe his mind told him maybe I need to get out so I can get some street creds, but instead he got a life sentence. And he should. Corn was definitely the crash dummy. They wasn't expecting him to man up and they was not. That's why Straight Drop said to Cornbread, listen, they had already took all his money, gave him $800. They was nickel and diming him. Um, okay, well, you take the charges, and you say it was you and Orange Mound quit, and let me go. That's what you tell somebody that you used to getting to do anything. Okay. He shining shoes and shit for $1. That's what that's what people do you like that when they feel like that they treated him like a little rag doll before. Y'all know Cornbread, we get him, he shine our shoes for, that's the nigga that shine shoes for $1 in the neighborhood. So he ain't gonna do nothing. He a junkie. And we see, I don't mean no harm, we see, I knew that, for Cornbread to run up there and do Dolph like that, and then he don't even still don't have no remorse. He really ain't got no remorse. He's steady making excuses. I had to try to make it. I want to make it happen for my daughter. How the hell you go kill a man on your daughter's birthday and take him away from his damn kids because you want to go buy your daughter a birthday cake? He's still trying to make logic of that. And then he turned around and says, well, yeah, I might as well get the money. I had already did it. And I knew he was crazy when Straight Drop's attorney says, thank you, Mr. Smith. No problem. I said, yeah, Cornbread ain't, even with the drugs have fried his brain, but I think he a little slow. But he got up there and he told it. And I'm glad that he did that. I'm happy that he did it. They were looking to kill this man while he was feeding the community. Absolutely. Because listen to what Cornelius said. He said he had promised his girlfriend he was getting ready to buy her a house because he knew that everybody had a tag on their head. So was they planning to just kill people and to collect money? They was on their way to Westwood. Like I said, I get to thinking about it. I was like, I know I said the other day, I was like, Lord, I wish they had made it to Westwood so Jay Fizzle and them could have aired the car out. But what would have happened was they had made up in their mind and in their psyche that they were going to go and take out anything moving to get some money. And if other people had to go down trying to hit up Jay Fizzle because he was going to be out there serving turkeys, then that's what was going to happen. He had all year to get money for his daughter's birthday, the same day every year. I don't think that's true, Big Pressure. He had all year to get money for his daughter's birthday. Cornbread bought his drugs from Govan. Miss T, I believe they was gonna try to take out the artist until they got. That's exactly what they was gonna do. The drugs wasn't big as a problem from Cornbread as him being a broke ass nigga. His problem was being broke and disgusted. That's right. He said he had been working over at the school doing janitorial work. Where did Straight Drop get the money from to give Cornelius? He had Cornelius cut. Yeah, he got Cornelius cut. He said Straight Drop told him to take it or leave it. So what happened was I believe Straight Drop got his money. He got his own money. He got his 40. He gave Orange Mountain Quet his 10. And then they turn around and they split Cornelius's. They turn around and split Cornelius' money. That's why Straight Drop was giving him the money, and they was spending money fast. Because all Straight Drop was doing was, he says they gave him $500 and then they turned around and gave him $300. And check that too, Miss T. I sent it. Okay, let me look at that. So, I mean, but it was supposed to go the way that it went for them because what they did wasn't right. So when you go and you take out a man for nothing, Young Dolph was a human being. I know he was a millionaire, he was an artist, but that was a human being first. A human being that was standing in a cookie shop on a phone. And he just so happens to be a multi-million dollar mogul. And you go and take him out, he could have been more help to you with the way Young Dolph was, because I'm a Leo myself. If Cornelius, when he was walking with his running up there, his damn pants twisted because about to fall over because the gun was too heavy for his crackhead. When he was running up there to that window, and if he had walked up in there, I believe it told Young Dolph, Big Jook them sent me here to take you out, but I can't do it. They're gonna pay us $40,000. If it was me and I had the type of money young Dolph had, I would have said, look here, I'm gonna give you 80. I'm gonna send you back to him with 80 and let him know. And then did a record too saying I bought your motherfucking hitters, nigga. You gave him 40, I gave him 80 and sent him back. He would have came out better. But like I said, nothing that they did was gonna ever work out. Nothing that they did was gonna ever work out. Because what they did was not right. You can't just kill a man like that and take him from his family. And so now with Orange Mound Quet, Orange Mound Quet was wrong for what he did. Even though he was not out there and he wasn't the shooter, he may as well have been, because as a just like what Mr. N said, you have to respect Mr. N. Mr. N told them, because it appears to me, and I believe what Mr. N said, just based on what Mr. N said, he told him he didn't want no parts of that. So that lets me know they came to Mr. N first. I get to thinking about what Mr. N said. They went to Mr. N first to see if he knew some hitters or to try to get him to help recruit some hitters. And he didn't want no parts of it. And he reached out to young Dolph 6 months before it happened to let him know what they was trying to do. Okay? Mr. N had confidence in himself. He already got some money. He can get money another kind of way. He ain't got to take down young Dolph to get no money. Yeah, Mr. N was the one. We gotta listen. I respect Mr. N for that. 100%. He put that out there. And he didn't give a damn about them knowing. Now, evidently, when they went to Mr. N, they was talking about $250,000. And who's to say, y'all, don't get me started. Who's to say that $250,000 wasn't offered? But somehow when Juke and Quet started talking, when it got the straight dropping them, it was just 100,000, and somebody shaved $150,000 off of the top and straight drop, and them didn't even know it. Because Mr. N said 250, and I believe him. So maybe it was 250, but by the time they got straight dropping crackhead in a meeting, it was presented 100,000, and y'all split it, and somebody else got the 150,000. Don't get me started. Cornelius said the first offer was too low. I didn't hear him say that. I didn't know that. So I believe it was 250. And somebody else got 150, and they didn't know about the 250. Somebody got $150,000 finder's fee, maybe. I don't know. Byron, absolutely, I think he funded it. He said it on the stand. Really? Wonder what was the first price, because I mean 100,000 was too low. 250 was too low. A million was too low. You don't take no type of money to destroy somebody else's life and your very own, because they was destroying their lives. When JoJo Splat and them started jumping on social media, and Black Youngster and all of them, they wanted for PRE artists to know that they had did this, and they have had some type of participation in what had happened to young Dolph. Now you go and you take down $1 million man. You take down $1 million man. He hang around $1 million people. He'll put his artist got money. Daddy-O got money. A lot of people that mess with him the long way got money. Them folks could send hits back if they wanted to. They could pay for some real hits, some real hitters, some real hit men. Okay, not hit men off of Timu or whatever you call it, Timu, like they are. Okay, so that means you're putting your family in danger. Because when people can't get you, they'll start hitting at your family. They did the very ultimate. Mia J got money because, Lord forgive me, I ain't gonna, you don't never know as a woman what state of mind you'll be in when something like this happens, and that's your man. Okay, and young Dolph left Mia J sitting pretty. as he was supposed to, because she got his kids. If it had been me, I mean, Mia J is a lady, I am too, but you don't, when you distressed, you don't know what you might do. And you got that type of money, access to that type of money. They done took this man out for nothing. You don't never know if you might want to put a bag on somebody's damn head. Okay. So these dudes put their lives in danger for $40,000. Okay. That's what they did. They put their lives in danger for $40,000. But with Cornelius, he said all he cared about was getting some drugs. Cornelius is off drugs, and he don't seem to have any remorse for what he did. I'm gonna just tell the truth. He still don't have no remorse, y'all. I don't. I just because he's out. He's still making excuses, as most y'all always hear me say. And it's funny because I was thinking about that last night. That man got more excuses than a junkie. Okay. And I promise you, Cornelius is a prime example of that, because junkies make all types of excuses, and he comes, but I wanted to make it happen for my daughter. I just want it has not, it's like, I don't know, it's like something is not, is disconnecting still. You gonna kill a man to buy your daughter a birthday cake. Exactly, 100% Tamara, that part. So will Orange Malquet have his day in court? Hey, SPM Media Mafia, will he have his day in court? How many of y'all think that Orange Mound quits? How many of you all think that Orange Mound quit was played a really big part in this? Do y'all think Cornelius is telling the truth on him? He said the first known shooting here in Charlotte, they shot at Dolph and could have hit Cam Newton because he was on stage with them. Oh wow. Remember, I know that they shot up his van. They put like 100 holes in his van. Suppose they didn't have a bulletproof van and they had all of his staff that was around him, his artists, his staff in that van. They didn't put 100 holes in a van just to scare them. They was trying to take somebody out. He played a part. Kai says he played a part in it. Memphis native says, bottom line, Gotti wanted be the boss. I think the bag was bigger than. I think the bag was bigger than 100K too. They just gave straight drop in them the crumbs. I believe it was 250, just like, and it was probably more than that. That's just what they told Cornelius, and they still didn't give him but $800. I hope they do. And yes, he telling the truth. If you don't, but remember, in the beginning, I said Juke went to Orange Mound. I keep it. Hey, Steve and Kathy. He could have asked Dolph. He would have paid for the whole party. Dolph would have paid for the whole party. If they had walked in there and told young Dolph, Juke them sent me to hit you, but dog, I can't do it. I believe young Dolph would have said, how much? 40,000, 40,000 a piece. I believe Dolph would have said, meet me here. Let me, he would have went and got 80 and said, now go back and tell Juke and them, gave them 80 a piece. I just bought they motherfucking shooters and put it in a song too. Okay. There's quite a bit of stuff that didn't come out because I know they pulled the phone records, but I know, did Straight Drop have another phone? But those were the phone records that they put up there, okay? Because it's something else going on. Because there was a call made before they put. Remember, he said that when they saw him, they circled the area and then pulled into the lot. There was a call made before and afterwards. Okay, I'm telling you because I was told that they got intel that when they spotted Young Dog, there was an order when they saw him, make sure he don't walk out of that cookie shop. Why do y'all think Cornelius, when Young Dog started falling and fell out that window, as he was falling, he was still shooting him? Oh, y'all, that's just heinous in nature. And they made sure that he didn't get up and walk out of that cookie shop. They would have still been shooting him if Marcus had not been popping back at him. Okay, Greyface says the lawyer says that there were 2 calls that we would find out about later. Facts had to be. It was worth telling for 800. Yeah, it was because they screwed him all the way across the board. They screwed Straight Drop, but I do believe that it was more than $100,000. I do believe that it was more than 100,000. Mr. N said it was $250,000 on Dolph's head, and I believe that that's what it was. I believe when Jook and Orange Man Quet talked, he told him 250. They got Cornelius because they wanted to keep the majority of the money, and they wanted to give him crackhead prices, and that's what they did. It's a damn shame when you start negotiating on somebody's life. Y'all, what kind of world we live in? Have a price tag, and you know something is wrong when anytime a person start talking about, I told my girlfriend I was gonna be able to buy her a house because I knew everybody had a tag on their head. Everybody had a tag on their head. So if they had gotten away, if it had not been as big as it was with Young Dolph, if they had hit Jay Fizzle, they was not going to be satisfied. If the media and the vlogs had not taken such an interest, they weren't going to be satisfied until they hit um, Young Dolph and Key Glock, because those were really the 2 that they was after. Those were the 2 that they wanted. That's why when they killed Young Dolph, they turned their focus at Key Glock. Tennessee's life sentence law effectively means 51 years in prison before parole eligibility when applied to juveniles convicted of first-degree unalivings. Tennessee's punishments was the harshest. I think Straight Drop got his money, and he got more, and I think he got more than 40,000. I believe it was just like Mr. N said that it was $250,000. It might even was more than that. I believe TZ and everybody got a piece of the pie, and they took Cornbread's part. Cornbread just don't know about more money. My thing is, how the hell Marcus didn't get hit at least one time? Did didn't you, Memphis native? Didn't you see who they were shooting at? Then you hear him say Marcus was up at the counter talking to the young lady. All of the bullets was going in his brother. He said he saw him standing by the door and just started shooting. And as he was falling, he fell down. They started shooting down. The bullets at that point was not going through the cookie shop. They was going through the floor and in Young Dolph. The only reasons why that they stopped shooting him, I believe, was because it looks Marcus was shooting with his gun. By the time he ran out, the clip was back. So he had unloaded. I looked like I saw a damn bullet go over Cornbread head. Miss T, do y'all remember on November the 5th, he had $100,000 then. Who was that? Straight Drop? They was shooting at Dolph, where Teaser get 400K from. In the cookie shop video, the counter girl sent a text or something before. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I didn't see the counter girl send a text or nothing. Look, please look. Okay, okay, all right. I'm not. I can't. Um, cause see, y'all. Let me just say this. I can respect how everybody's feel, but everyone feels, but I can't deal with no lies. My nerves and stuff ain't good enough to handle blatant lies. When people want to spread stuff that they know is not true, it shifts my brain and make me start wanting to cuss you out. Sean says, I think Dolph would have bought the shooter too. You're right. Michelle says, these jokers as bloggers tried to make us believe pre-artists had something to do with Dolph on a lie. Right. They kept saying that there was a back door. And that's why I kept saying, where's the back door at? What is the damn back door? Who is it? Ain't nobody said nothing about no back door in the trial. You had many vloggers saying that he was backdoored. Who is he? Because if he was backdoored by any of his artists in that kite that straight drop sent Cornelius in the jail, he would have said. But I was told that it was another name in the kite. But of course, in court, Cornelius said it was Orange Mound Quet and Big Juke. When Straight Drop had told him to tell on whatever supposedly pre-artists that had taken, they would have been told on first. Because Straight Drop didn't like none of pre-artists. Orange Mound Quet didn't. Those would have been the people that was told on first. Um, I think they said years ago that there were bullet holes coming from inside outside, which was Marcus shooting back. Absolutely, Marcus was shooting back. The bullets, that's why Marcus was absolutely. That's exactly what it was. Facts. That's what's funny. Why they ain't tell on Pre. He ain't fooling with us, Gray Face, because he know we're gonna ask him where the third shooter. I tried to tell them it wasn't no third shooter. The cookie shop had nothing to do with that. In Memphis, ninjas caught you in traffic or lacking anywhere, including church. Listen, if the cookie shop, if those guys that are affiliated with Young Dolph had felt that the cookie shop had anything to do with that, they would have went. It wouldn't have been good if the police had thought that they had something to do with it. I mean, their names would have been coming up at some point. Nobody felt no the only place we heard that the cookie shop was guilty was on the internet, and I was not gonna listen to that. um these jokers that come in the chat and troll should ask the sister that almost lost her life that day. These jokers see the video and still right. We see the video where the girl Marcus walked up to the counter when Young Dolph stepped away from the counter. Young Dolph walked towards the door. We see Cornelius look in the door and just start spraying Young Dolph. Marcus is closer to the counter. We see the girl engaging with Marcus. So she had already gotten Young Dolph's cookies. So Marcus, she talking to Marcus. Probably he's telling her more than likely what cookies he want. He was up there looking. So Marcus was far away from the door. So when he started shooting, he just started shooting in Young Dolph's body. I'm sure when the girl, there was no audio. Okay. We didn't hear the audio. So um we don't know if she said, "Oh my God," or nothing. Folks said she didn't say nothing. How you know? You didn't hear no damn audio. I don't like it when people are, we can't I don't like when people tell lies to try and fit for it to fit their narrative. Okay. Um, if you look closely, you can see she looked startled and ran. Also, nobody knows what they would have done. Right. When you see somebody with a Draco run up to the door, of course. And I'm sure because she was engaging with Marcus, we saw that. She was engaging with Marcus, and then she walked back over to the counter to ring up their stuff. I'm sure it made him turn around and look. You see what I mean? Young Dolph was on the phone with his back turned, so he was distracted. That's it, y'all. I kept saying that it's sad what happened, but the truth is just simple. I can't make up nothing. Shit. Um, Marcus is a real. I'm gonna tell you something. I would take Marcus as my security any day. No, I don't believe a whole lot of people that's even doing all the talking, trying to talk bad about Marcus. I don't think a lot of them could have reacted as fast as Marcus did. They would have been trying to wait until the coast was clear. Marcus ran back outside with his gun clip emptied. It was empty. That's the reason why when he ran out, you could see the gun. He had emptied the clip from the inside of the cookie shop shooting at them. He ran out there while they were still on the parking lot. Anybody else would have waited till they got out of sight and got that Draco out and started running at them. And from my understanding, I told y'all that the Cornelius had told somebody that he tried in the beginning, he was lying like he didn't shoot at young Dolph. He was shooting. Remember, I told y'all, I said they said Cornelius tried to say in the beginning he wasn't shooting at young Dolph, he was shooting at young Dolph's brother. That's how I know when young Dolph's brother was letting that Draco go when they was riding up airways flying, that Cornelius them probably shot back at him. Trillionaire Teaser says, y'all so slow in the chat. It was clearly a paid hit. They clearly only wanted to kill Dolph. Marcus did what he could do in the moment. Salute to that man for at least trying CMG some clowns. Right. I would take Marcus as my security. Anybody that act like that, and that was bravery. He ran out there while they were still on the lot to get that gun. He reacted quickly. Anybody else would have froze up. He did that. He did that. And he ran out and he ran back outside. He was trying to see to his brother. And he ran back out there. You know, Raven's dad came through the parking lot. I think that's probably when, you know, his brain he kind of realized I need to go back in here again and see about my brother. You know, it's sad. It really is. Sure, with all of the bullets and stuff that they put in his back, and when he fell they was still shooting him as he was falling. Cornelius was, and then while he was on the ground, here comes Straight Drop, put a couple bullets in him, probably was the one that put the bullet in his neck and stuff. You know, he probably was already gone when I'm sure when he hit the ground. Marcus is the goat. That's the goat right there. They need to name a street Neiman Marcus, okay? They need to name a street Neiman Marcus. That's the GOAT right there, because he did what any brother should have did. Um, you can see him punch the door when he went back in. He knew Doc was gone. Yeah, he knew Doc was gone. He knew his brother was gone. He knew his brother was gone. In his jaw for sure. Because Dolph got his places that they ain't have to hit that man. Right. He was already laying down when Straight Drop came and started hitting him. So I'm sure that's where a lot of the face shots came from too. The neck and the face. That's why okay. That's why his ass was sitting there looking like he was about to have a nervous breakdown. And I know I cried and stuff yesterday because I am sensitive. I be hating to see these little guys ruin their lives because I used to counsel with guys, little dudes that was Straight Drop's age. I be wanting to see them do well, but they did that man dirty. They did him dirty. True, I learned months ago, Miss T, probably the only one with facts. Everybody else will have you going down. Yeah, everybody will have you going down the rabbit hole. You know, folks was coming up with stuff and they was trying to discredit me. She don't know what she said. That ain't the right street. They be arguing on their vlogs, arguing about. I didn't know what I was talking about. That ain't the street in Memphis. Motherfucker, I grew up in Memphis, in the heart of South Memphis. Been in Memphis my whole life. How you gonna tell me I don't know the streets? Ain't never even put foot in Memphis, but want to discredit Memphis vloggers. It's one thing when you vlog on something, because I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody in Memphis knew what had happened to Young Dolph. That's the reason why you never heard a Memphis vlogger say we trying to solve the case. Everybody knew. Everybody in Memphis knew where this stuff came from. So I mean, I had worked with the police department for the police department, so I had no doubt that the case was going to be solved. That's why I always told people, y'all, if I can't rear you right, I'll keep you in the middle. But I'm not going to take you left. Because a lot of this stuff that's going on, I be thinking, God, dog, I ain't even know that. It's a such and such sitting here. I was like, dog, I lived in Memphis my whole life. How come I ain't never seen it? They was photoshopping shit. I was like, well, dog, I know that area. I ain't never seen that. But people was believing it, number one, because folks love a good conspiracy because a lot of people are twisted. Okay? Because a lot of people are twisted instead of just blogging on the case and saying, look, we blogging on the case, we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna talk about that. Instead, they would say, we solving the case. You can't solve a damn case, and you don't know the witnesses, you don't know what happened, you don't know anything. The only thing you could do is vlog on the case. That's all you can do. You can't solve a case. Young Dolph had federal agents on this case. He had the gang, the organized crime unit. They had people going pulling cameras. Somebody was saying the CIA, because I know what they do is crack codes and stuff like that. He had all these people on his case. How in the hell a bunch of damn bloggers that just got out of AA think that they gonna stumble up on the internet and solve a case? You never even heard me say I was solving no case because I ain't no damn fool. Real talk. I know that's a fake page, love. Okay. You want to spell real talk differently, but we're going to pray for you, though, love. Over here trolling, but nah, it wasn't fake. And in order to think that it was fake, it's a mental illness going on. But I'm not gonna get mad at you for thinking whatever you want to think. But we know that young Doc was unalive. We saw it. They showed the video. Cornelius said what happened. The video corroborated that. I really don't know what to tell you, real talk. Great Face says in the beginning, Hagerman says it began in June 21. We would we will we ever find out what was going on and who was involved with the plot? St. Jack says it just like you said, Memphis already knew. Memphis already knew, regardless of what they said. Rather, they said a whole lot of Memphians was not gonna be jumping on vlogs and stuff. Do you see how many street dudes that there are that's starting to get vlogs? Big True that got a vlog. Big True that is a real street dude. You're not gonna hear him, and just from the way he talk, I know he know what happened. But you ain't gonna never hear him sit up and really just point fingers because that's a real True that is out there in the streets. These street dudes knew what happened from the beginning, but they ain't not gonna get on here and talk about that. Even the citizens knew where it had came from. TS says, Tam, you don't hear the other little guy. It's some more street guys on here on YouTube now. And even if they talk about it, they're not gonna go into direct details about stuff they've been knowing. Cornelius only folded because he didn't get paid like he was supposed to. Yeah, he said he made sure he put out there. He made sure that he put out there that he only talked because Orange Mound quit had already started talking. To tell the truth, anybody smart knew what it was. They trying to make 5 + 5 = 22. You absolutely, Saint Jack. Straight drop knows he's done as soon as he hit the prison yard. We will hear about Justin Johnson taking his own life within 5 years because it would be so hard for him to survive. That diss track Dolph did was probably the tipping point of CMG wanting to do something to him. What diss track did he do? Um, Dre, I don't know. Was it that Play With Your B? Because I thought he had did that diss track, that Play With Your B diss track years before. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Tell me. I don't know. Y'all help me out. If I was on CMG, I would tell them I'm done with the label. Dominique says, y'all think Govan gonna get life? They ain't saying nothing about Govan. That's what we trying to figure out. Is he gonna have a trial? Will his charges be dropped to something lesser? What is the deal with Govan? Even when Straight Drop's attorney was mad and said he would love to have cross-examined Govan, but he thought he was gonna be a witness, but he wasn't a witness. You could tell he was disappointed. Everybody trying to figure out what's going on with Govan. Hell, even me. That's why I'm on here. I mean, anybody know? Do anybody know? I'm trying to know too. Not really, because they had stopped in 2020. Them folks wasn't on nothing. Dolph was on top of the world. People in Memphis knew the world was guessing and speculating while certain vloggers lied, guesses, and created narratives and conspiracies. You're absolutely right. Govan, Antoinette says Govan is an informant. He says P PWYB went, I think, triple platinum in early 21, and they got mad. Quet made a post yesterday. Yeah, Quet made a post yesterday. He said if people was glued to had their eyes on making money like they did on what he say on the internet, they wouldn't have to sleep around for some money or something. Orange Bound Quet, I don't have to sleep around for no money. I don't have to sleep around for no money. He said if you had your eyes glued on your money like you did the internet on this trial, you wouldn't have to sell ass for money. I don't sell no ass for no money. Michelle Johnson says Dolph has a lot of music that's in fault. I believe that would be coming out. Um, Govan gonna have his own trial. That's why he didn't take the stand on the trial. He'll be charged with conspiracy to murder, get a lesser sentence, but I believe it'll be 50 plus. Yeah, he's still gonna get a lot of years. That conspiracy is something. Um, Rest in peace, Dog says, yeah, Quit think he funny, but he better hope he don't have a trial. He good and cook too. How he got jokes at this? I'm telling you, talking about you wouldn't have to sell your ass for some money. I ain't selling no ass for no money. If because he directed that, it seems like to me at the women that was looking at the trial. Dolph did it to himself. Remember, rap is the streets. You can't be disrespect people and think it's sweet. Hate got nothing to do with it. Well, Mike Johnson, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mike Johnson. They were going back and forth with each other. Yo Gotti and them were doing stuff to Young Dolph even behind the scenes. Young Dolph was frustrated. They was trying to block him. They was the rumor was, and even Mr. Ian corroborated that because he was right in the midst of that. They was going to radio stations allegedly and paying them not to play his music. Young Dolph even said it. They was blocking him. They was telling people not to, they didn't want him in the business. Young Dolph got his money up. It's one thing when you've been in the business and you call yourself got people like T.I. and Snoop Dogg and all of them, they help to make your audience bigger. Okay. So Young Dolph says that he got his money up, and what he did was, even if they had told CMG, well, we ain't gonna do business with him, we gonna blackball him. He said he walked in with that black backpack on his back and asked them, how much you pay me to how much do I need to pay you for a feature? Whatever they said, even some more vloggers that knew it says that these artists was double charging Young Dolph. They was overcharging him, but he was paying it because he was doing what he needed to do. So, I mean, all that loyalty goes out the window when somebody got a leather backpack on his back and you say, I want 50 G's for a feature, and he give it to you. Damn, yo got it. What he talking about? I want them 50 G's. So I think when you think that you feel like you got the power to hold somebody down, because that's what was going on from what I'm told. Okay. And he's continuously persevering, you get frustrated. Cantrell says Mike don't have no clue what he talking about. Ashley says even with the disses Dolph was bringing in, right? So they was listen. Everybody, Mike, everybody says it. they was doing stuff behind the scenes to Young Dolph, and Young Dolph would get frustrated and just go public with it. So it made people think that Young Dolph was the problem when he was just putting it on Front Street. What they was doing everything sneakily behind the scenes to him. If somebody working hard and you consistently trying to block them, I mean, that will make anybody frustrated. Okay, so Young Dolph started putting it on wax and getting money and going up. That's the exact same thing that Yo Gotti should have did, because that's normally what rappers do when they're into it. They keep it on wax, going back and forth. When they started shooting at him, it had gone too far. You know that one, right? You get your money. Okay, you get your money. Stop doing stuff to him behind the scenes. He won't put it in music. Leave the damn man alone. Um, the block is serious on all platforms. Um, Catalytically, and it happens like that now. People gotta let's be real now. Okay, let's just be honest, y'all. People that have been here with me, seen how I was, folks doing stuff to me behind the scene. I get on my blog and talk about it, and people go, "What is she talking about?" I know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, when people doing slick stuff to you, consistently messing with you, you see what I'm talking about? That's what was going on. So sometimes it'll make it look like you the problem when you just tired of people messing with you. Um, Govan is one of the worst scumbags in America. Rest in peace, Sean Dawes said, Diane Brown, what it do? Michelle says, you're speaking, Martavia said, you're speaking facts. Main Love Y'all says, the trail start next month. And the trial starts next month in November. But what anybody beyond reproach, like what makes Gotti too good to be spoke on? Dolph could have said whatever he wanted, right? He could have said whatever he wanted to. Who is Yo Gotti? Who am I? I might not like it, but I ain't gonna go have a man taken out. You can't just do that in the entertainment industry. I mean, that's what they always did. That's how rapping stuff started, with battle rapping. I'm talking about your mama this, and that, going back and forwards with each other. Why all of a sudden now these rappers feel like they so sensitive, but they call themselves gangsters? If you talk about me, I'm gonna take you out. That ain't even how rap started. As a matter of fact, even going back when Jay-Z and 50 Cent and all of them would be going at each other, they would start dissing at each other around the time they got ready to drop an album, because it generated a lot of noise around their album. It made people curious, you know what I mean? So they would start up little beefs and stuff. It was just to sell records. So at what point do they think they can rewrite the game? You talk about me, I'ma kill you. That's right, G. They're more emotional than women. And Memphis messed with Yo Gotti the long way. Listen, young Yo Gotti was more so my era. So I know that Memphis messed with him in a long way, because I had cousins and stuff that used to, when he before he, was when he was still local, they would go to the clubs to listen to see him. Okay, so he got a lot of love from Memphis. I think that's if you notice, you didn't see a lot of North Memphis guys, especially a lot of North Memphis street dudes. You didn't see a lot of North Memphis street dudes get involved in that stuff, other than the little rappers that they tried to sign to try and coerce and finesse them into getting into that beef. Only them, like them real street dudes out there in North Memphis, especially them older street dudes that's been around. Even if they mess with Juke and Yo Gotti more than they did Dolph, you didn't hear them dissing on Dolph. They didn't get in that, because them dudes came from an era where they know you get money. You don't just go kill a man for nothing. So you didn't hear them being disrespectful on the internet and stuff. You didn't hear them getting into that stuff. That's why when people were saying it was a North Memphis, South Memphis war, I mean, just from my perspective, I can honestly say I didn't hear about it. I didn't know that, because I don't think them older cats would even. I don't even know if they really public. I don't even think they really agreed with it. You put me on timeout for being real. Laugh out loud. Put you on no timeout, love. What are you talking about? I have not even seen your comment. And he said, and he called us some clowns. And I don't even know who he is. I ain't never even seen his comment. Cartrell Williams says, go back to LL Cool J and Kumo D. They didn't even try to unalive each other. They just kept selling records. That's exactly what they did. And the record labels was not going to allow that. Memphis been at war before this rap beef. Well, that's true. The crime has been there. You know, with the crime, you absolutely right, because poverty ignites crime. You're right. But I don't know about no North Memphis, South Memphis war. I don't know anything about that. I have not heard any of the street people that I know that's in the street either ever talk about a damn North Memphis, South Memphis war. Shit. It seemed like to me a lot of these little rappers and cliques that are at war, they be at war with people in their own damn hood. So I mean, I see North Memphis little cliques now going from the same hoods going at each other. So I don't really know what people are talking about. I know folks say, "Well, she just said because she ain't out in the streets." Them bitches be lying, okay? Because it seemed like to me they just going at each other, regardless to what hood they are in. What's up, Cypress? St. Jack says, to be honest, Miss T, Juicy J talked about North and South in his book. See, I didn't know that. I've never known there to be a North Memphis, South Memphis war. And I still don't believe that it's one. That's just me. I think these dudes are warring with anybody because you have North Memphis cats going at each other. So I still don't know anything about it. It's just crime everywhere. Because think about East Memphis. You got them little cliques in East Memphis. They going at each other. That's been added in too. So I think they just because they all over the city. It might have been North Memphis, South Memphis competition as it relates to rap. But as far as a war, yeah, I promise to God, all the years I've been in Memphis, and that's my whole life, I ain't never heard about no war. You hear about North Memphis rappers, you hear about South Memphis rappers. There might have been some type of competition, but I ain't never heard about no war. And I promise to God, Miss T, because you ain't in the streets with your beautiful self. Clarinetta says, right, coach, shit pisses me off because then be over here talking different. I hate wishy-washy ass niggas. It hasn't always been a war like now, but a dislike. Okay. He says a dislike, but not a war. G says it's just senseless violence. Black men not making it to 40. Right. They're not making it to 40, which is sad. I've never touched Memphis, and I've heard of North Memphis versus South Memphis. I haven't. I haven't. I've never heard of it. I promise to God. Kentrail says, hell yeah, they were beefing in the same hood. I'm from West Memphis and had a homeboy in North Memphis, and he was beefing with dudes like six houses down. I'm telling you, they clicked up now, and they don't have to be. It's not North Memphis clicks just beefing with South Memphis clicks. Hell, they beefing with Frazier and the same people from out of North Memphis, East Memphis, anywhere. It says fam mob versus young mob. Who you call? Are you calling me a bitch, Mike Johnson? Well, I mean, you don't. But okay, because he want me to get out of character. He want me to get out of character on him. Go fuck your motherfucking mammy hoe. Get out of my goddamn chat, bitch. Cause you probably a bitch ass nigga that ain't from Memphis, hoe. Cause Memphis niggas ain't weak like that. You in a motherfucking chat cussing out a woman? No, you ain't from Memphis, bitch. Go crawl your ass back in the sewer, hoe. Get out of my motherfucking chat and go suck some more dick. Okay? Now, what he gonna do is he gonna go and make another page and come back. That's how you know he twisted. Okay? But when you come back, bitch nigga, we gonna block you again. Okay? I mean, it's a lot of mental illness out there too. But you ain't from Memphis, ho. You too bitchified. Okay? And if you is, we don't claim you, bitch. Ashley says, I'm glad it's all coming out and will probably be worse with the other women and men involved. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Um, Dolph was making power moves out the mud and suckers didn't like. Yeah, you know what? My spirit just told me that's a motherfucker straight off of meth. Been up on meth all night and make a fake page and come into my chat. Go put that glass dick back in your mouth, hoe. Bitch, you ain't from Memphis, hoe. You too much of a goddamn sucker, bitch. Memphis, they do some fucked up shit, but bitch, they ain't no sucker niggas on the internet net like you trolling, bitch. Mama G said, Miss Tamara, what bothers me is those young men show no remorse for what they did to young Dolph. They all will pay for their part in their whole situation. God holds the key to justice. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay? Absolutely right. And so, like I said, it goes back to here Cornelius, y'all. Okay? To hear Cornelius sit up and say that he took young Dolph out and still not really have no remorse. Okay? To hear Cornelius say he took young Dolph out so he could give his daughter a birthday party and to go buy a cake. Okay? It's really just sad. I'm just trying to make it happen for my daughter. Still no remorse. Still no remorse. And that, like I said, that's just sad on so many levels that that man was just taken down like that for no reason at all. Okay. Dub JJ, I'm talking about Roland. She let him have it. Switch B says, is Dro family. I told them bitches I'm from South. I grew up in South Memphis now. I know how to cuss and fight. I'm a professional now though. So I wish they just let me act brand new. Okay. I ain't lived let me be brand new. All right. Tamika says CMG is going to end up like Murder Inc., a label that no longer exists. St. Jack says, so do you believe what they saying about Gotti wanted Juke out? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think about what Juke said, and Juke says rather than what do you say? Rather than face me, you rather snake me. I don't know. I think about if Juke thought his brother was snaking him, if he was he wouldn't have been at that funeral with him, right? Um, I don't know about that. I think he was talking to somebody around him, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Although anything is possible, you don't hear me say that a whole lot. I just say that it's weird. I believe it was somebody that was around him. It could have been anybody. Did he know about this indictment? I'm sure he did that was getting ready to come down on him. So he had been told about somebody had implicated him for sure, and his lawyer had told him he was going to be indicted. Maybe he was talking about that rather than face me, you rather snake me or something, or it could have been anything. Because when it first happened, I had guys from out of Memphis coming into the chat when I went live when he was taken out and was saying that it was some street stuff. So I don't know. That's why you don't ever hear me say that his brother had him taken out. I just say anything is possible, but I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. Lauren says, I'm late joining. Good afternoon, chat and Miss T. Hello, Miss Lauren. Can't shit justify killing anyone. Gift over death. Like that was going to stop him from getting convicted. It's premeditated. Absolutely. Miss T certified. Alabama Hitter says, "What if Gotti knew about the indictment?" That's true, Alabama Hitter. Like I said, it is weird. I mean, it is weird. I have to say that anything is anything is possible. Anything is possible. You hear quite a few people saying that they believe that his brother has something to do with it. I don't know though. It's it it just the timing of it. But of course, I don't know what Juke had going on, else he had going on in his life. Um, I always said I didn't believe that it was paper route artists because paper route artists, if they had wanted to hit him, they wouldn't have waited until he was getting ready to get an indictment to hit him. So we have to think about the timing of it. I truly believe that paper route artists are eliminated just because of the timing of it. He knew an indictment was getting ready to come down. Everything was getting ready to come out. I don't know what, it's something weird. Greyface says, sound like message to quit since it has been confirmed quit cooperating. Kentrail says, Tamara, so you still not clearing money bag? I like bag music, so I always say he wasn't involved. Him and Dolph was real cool, and his move to CMG was business. I don't clear money bag. I don't. I think money bag them knew what was going to happen, and I think that they were in agreement with and which is wrong. But he is talented. I can't take that from Moneybag. He's one of the top rappers. He ain't the only one, but he's one of the top ones in the city. But Moneybag and them was wrong. I think that they knew what was going to happen and they wanted it to happen. And you sure have to read what you sow because Young Dolph helped that man. They was wrong for that. And he couldn't even say rest in peace to him. Oh yeah, they did it. They was hanging. Straight Drop was getting features with his artist. Yeah, and like I said, he never passed the smell test to me. Big Yo or Big Yo or go F your mama hoe with Tamara. Huh? Trio talk with Trio talk with I be trying to be good, y'all. I don't be liking to cuss people out. That's why I be asking them, please leave me alone. Black Money says sounds like Juke was took out. So number one, whoever it was, it seems like to me Moneybag got about making sure that he posts that Juke that he had then he posted he had a conversation with Juke or something like that. He wanted them to he I think Moneybag them know what Juke was talking about. Cypress TV said Bag is innocent. Cypress, you would say that. Sean says Gotti, I knew Juke went too far. Gotti knew Juke went too far. Memphis native says Juke and Gotti been having issues behind the scene. Juke wanted more power than he had. Gotti came up because of Juke. That's why he said, "Don't trust your own family. They snakes." Did he say that? Was that in the post too? Don't trust your own family. Did Juke say that in the post? Don't trust your own family. Or was that in Moneybag's text that he sent to him? I don't remember. He's Lil King, King Lil J says he thinks Bag is innocent. um Switch B says Trap Lil Ross was putting the hit on Jug on Daddy Switch B says Trap Lil Ross was putting the hits on Jug on Daddy I don't know who that is, love. Trap Lil Ross. Oh, okay, so that was in Moneybag's text. Oh wow. Don't trust your own family. Oh, wow. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Cornelius says bag just stay getting so much facial work done on him. Cypress stop living in fantasy island. Youngster and Gotti is done. Alabama Hill says, now why would Juke tell Bag that? Well, that's true. I didn't know that. That was in the that's true. That is true. Well, now, y'all, I don't put it past him now, but I mean, that's true. I didn't know that he had said that. I'm getting ready to open up the phone lines. You all can call in. Y'all, look, don't call in with no crap. Keep it on the subject, okay? And don't call in with no foolishness, all right? Don't call in with no foolishness. Thank you for the Cash App, love. Thank you so much. Derwin. I just turned my phone on, so I didn't know about the Cash Apps coming through. Um, the phone number is 901-667-0119. Okay? You all can call in and keep in mind that other people want to call in also, okay? So let's allow them to call in too. They said, hit a Memphis native says, Hitter, what up, my guy? Shout out to Hitter. I like Alabama Hitter. You all call the number is 901-667-0119. And what we're talking about is, will Hernandez Govan be convicted for his part? Will he have his day in court? And I guess we need to talk about what y'all think happened to Big Juke. Who do y'all think has something to do with that? We know the numbers. Some of us got all the numbers. I know, right? That's true, Cypress. Call in, Cypress. Cypress, everybody been wanting to hear what you got to say. Since you're such a Gotti fan, you've been riding for Gotti the whole time. Dalio says, Juke knew Quet was talking. I think so too, Dahlia. I think so too. I think he knew that Quet was talking. Hey, Legacy 360. Snoozy Cake says, why Shondell didn't testify? Um, it's up. Mm, hold on, you all. Hey, this is Tamara. Hello? Hold on, Cypress. Hold on. I'm trying to put you on. Okay, I can. Cypress. Cypress. So what you got to say? So what do you think about the verdict on yesterday? Everybody been wanting to hear what you got to say. You've been riding so hard for Gotti and CMG and all of that, and you swore they weren't involved.
Oh, we ain't gonna get convicted. You gotta go lose a lot of money. So bad.
Mhm.
Because the truth position. You gonna lose a lot of money. And it's true. But after that, I think that's as far as it goes. Now, only prediction is once Quick is convicted, Jamarcus is up next to go. He out of here.
You think Jamarcus is gonna go do some time?
Hell no, Jamarcus come back.
You think he gonna be somebody gonna take him out? Why you think somebody gonna take Jamarcus out?
Wait, see, I got a strong feeling. Once Quick is convicted, Jamarcus is out of here.
Jamarcus, but Jamarcus ain't really saying nothing. Only thing Jamarcus did was he didn't really. You could tell he hated to tell on his brother.
I'm saying this one. Watch it play out. We'll bring the plan for, but we're gonna watch it play out, okay?
Jamarcus' testimony didn't get straight drop locked up. I think if Jamarcus had got on there and said exactly what he said without Cornelius' testimony, I don't think that alone could have got him convicted.
Right. I think Jamarcus gonna be up out of here. I just strong feeling. I could be wrong. I got a strong feeling. He should let it go. I think Cornelius get up out of here once he goes. And I don't think he's gonna.
And you think they're gonna take you think they're gonna take so but you think they're gonna take Cornelius out, but they ain't gonna take out straight drop.
Check out both. No. They think wait to split what the nigga. Get what? Ain't no ain't no switches, ain't no drink on nothing. Pretend them niggas ain't hit it at
Hmm.
the park who took out I got my suspicions. I just rather not see this. I got my
You got your suspicion. Who you think took out Big Jug? Just say it. And who you think did it?
I really can't pinpoint, but I got some, I got some people in mind. I also want to put it out. Yeah.
No, you ain't held back on nothing else. Go ahead and say it. You ain't never held back. Who you think took Big Juke out?
Well, I think person ain't gonna say no name, but I think a person that's gonna get brought up on that maybe, and they already locked up. I say that. I ain't
So you trying to say you think that
ain't calling no name.
I know no, I'm gonna say I know you're not trying to say you think Stupid Duke took out Big Juke.
Okay.
Stupid Duke ain't took out no Big Juke. Where you insinuating it?
No, I think, but I know that he had to go. He was going to go, but he wasn't going to come into him by himself. That's it. But I think that they shoot that security for him. I think that was the breaking point. That was it. I think the thing he had to go.
Yeah, you want to wait until you got to no funeral.
You know that. You don't know that.
So you're saying that you think that they did a professional hit like that?
Yeah, it's you can tell. Let me tell you. On the way that look, that one made these niggas from rodeo.
Well, I heard somebody say that whoever took out Big Juke was probably loyal to Straight Drop and Teasy.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking it was like a double cross, so they found that somebody that was mess with people on that side. Matter of fact, I'm thinking it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know though. It could have.
It's a,
It
it's
could.
a lot of twisted turns and advices to come.
I mean, but like I said, I heard somebody say that. I heard somebody say that the people came from out of town. Now, the person that said that will probably be more credible, but I don't know. But he said,
They probably did fly the shooter in from out of there. Something did with some niggas that know the landmarks. That's
mm-hmm.
behind the position. Take a brain quick, y'all. So get your popcorn ready, y'all.
You've been saying that, Cypress. You what? Oh, so let me ask you something, Cypress. What was who's the back door? Because we ain't heard nobody say nothing about the back door. Remember, you said that every time you got on.
It's coming.
Oh
Oh,
Lord, Lord Jesus, the man told y'all what happened.
she was scolding me, but I think it's gonna come out. If it comes out, I ain't gonna bank on it. But if it come out, it's gonna come out. I'll say that. If there's not something to come out because I hang out y'all on the floor. I'm still holding out hope. I ain't laying well yet. But I think gotta go lose a lot of money in this because of your position in the label.
But is it fair to just put it on Juke? You think Juke made that decision by himself?
Yeah, they said it. The killer said it.
Mm.
So why would the killer be lying?
How would Cornelius know? Juke is the only Juke. No, Juke is the only person that he saw. Maybe we should talk to Mr. N and ask Mr. N who was it that came to him, because he even said they who came to Mr. N. He said they came to him and he told him he didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't say just Juke.
He probably somebody like that. I'm not gonna tell you what if we gotta do not like each other. I hate that nigga with pad.
Mm.
How could I be?
Well, I mean, he might hate him with a passion, but it still don't mean he lying on him just because he hate him. Cypress, let me take some of these other calls and you call back in. Let me let these other people talk.
Okay, then.
All right.
If you're looking for new ground to hunt,
Hold on, y'all. It says I think Key Glock sent them guys out on Juke. Baby Jack, I don't think I believe that, love. I don't. I don't believe Key Glock did that. It's almost like, just from what I've seen, I don't believe Key Glock did that. I don't. This 717 number was constantly calling. Let me call them back. Let me see who this is. Hello? Hey, did someone call? Did you call Real Talk with Tamara? Hey, how can I help you? Okay.
Sound, but I think the writing is on the wall.
Okay. So when you say you think the writing was on the wall, what you think?
I think, I think something, well, I feel like Trump, looking at Dolph and God, it looks like they're not real preachers like they think. And when times they really in the street, so I feel like the disrespect towards him made him stand out. That's how I had to, I think he was either going to jail or he was going to die. Well, he chose death.
You think so? You think he asked them? You think he asked them to take him out? Is that what you're saying?
You listen, he knew it was coming. At the end of the day, regardless of how we feel about Dolph or Gotti, he
Mm-hmm.
was the main man. You
Right.
got a main man hit. What happens when you get a main man hit? Retaliation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Gotti knew about it, but I really don't think he played a role in it. At the end of the day, even back to the 80s, there's pictures of Drake that was really in the streets and he really was around certain street people. So I think it happened how it happened. It happens every day. It's just sad that it happened to somebody that we all love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It didn't come with a price.
So do you think Gotti knew that was gonna? Do you think Gotti knew something was gonna happen to his brother?
Absolutely. I feel like Memphis PD even knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a big funeral within the city. The feds was already involved. Parking lot should have been locked down. Ain't nobody explain how that happened. Explain it to me. And they ain't even have a license plate on the truck. It's on the news. Explain it to me how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But they gonna solve Brooklyn. They gonna solve Brooklyn murder next.
Mm-hmm.
I think they already know who the people was.
It's gonna be interesting to see and know because they've definitely been very quiet about it. You said,
Because I think Gotti don't really want to play a role in that though. I really believe that in my heart.
mm-hmm.
He knew what his brother was thinking of when certain things going down. So truth be told, Gotti taking control of his brother.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel the same way that you do. People have mixed feelings about it.
It's just sad on both ends. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sad on both
it is. It's sad on both ends. Where are you calling from, love? What state are you calling from?
ends. I'm calling for Pennsylvania.
I was ready to say you sound like you were up there around New York somewhere. I was listening to your accent.
Yeah, I'm calling for Pennsylvania. And
Okay.
that's all I want to say. I'll do you so I'm gonna
Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Bye-bye. Um, Shout out to Pennsylvania. I got family up there in Erie, Pennsylvania. Michelle Johnson says, Cypress, you have that stinky thinking. Oh, Jesus Christ. My sister about to run me crazy. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna call you back though when I get off my vlog. All right. Okay, you guys, the number is 901-667-0119. 901-667-0119. Memphis native says people don't forget about the killings at the Privé. Duke started all that commotion. Could have came from that. That's true, Memphis native. It could have came from. You never know. And I didn't know Duke had started all of that commotion at the Privé. I didn't know that. Okay. Um, Blank Man J5 says, "You're very beautiful. Thank you, love." Legacy 360 says, "Tam, Erie, Pennsylvania is a beautiful place." Yeah, my family, a lot of my family is up there. Catalea says, Juke looked messy for real, for real. You guys, you all can call in. The number is 901-667-0119. Okay, we got another caller. Hey, this is Tamara.
I never thought I heard it.
I know. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? We're doing good.
Yo, Hunter, Steven, y'all know my boy.
Yeah, everybody know your voice.
Um, I think that I
You got a lot of wind. You got a lot of wind in your background.
man, I'm walking. Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No. What? Coming from the Thorntons and me and Faith because Gotti made a mistake in March. Anybody remember what happened in March when he got on Forbes magazine and said he was worth $100 million?
Yeah, he did.
So if I'm a Thornton, I'm gonna be like, well, you got $100 million, and your brother was involved. Let me go with that $100 million.
Yeah.
So now, not only prove it, you, unless your brother was involved, and you bragging about the money you got. So and like this, they call it the Gotti only 30.
Yeah.
That was who thinks of that name point. He coming. Just being this dude, he just the one. He was doing that anything. Not even the king go out. He ain't going out. He ain't going. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is too hard.
Yeah.
So what?
So, well, let me ask you this before you get off. What do you think about this situation with Goban?
I think he was going to quit from my little life. No. How? Think. I don't really know. You know, you know, the long talk,
Yeah. Yeah, he know a lot more than Cornelius. He know a lot more than Cornelius and Straight Drop, I think.
Yeah, really know. Well, I don't know. Go back.
Yeah. Well, all right, Stephen. Thank you for calling in. Okay. Great, you guys. The number is 901-667-0119. 901-667-0119. Um, they said Cypress, he gonna eat you up. We're talking about will Hernandez Govan be convicted? Because we don't really know what's going on with Hernandez Govan, but I will say this. I'm happy that they did not put Hernandez Govan on the stand during Straight Drops trial. Straight Drops attorney would have used that to raise reasonable doubt. And you could tell that he was very you could tell that he was very dissatisfied with them not calling him. Hey, this is Tampra. Hello? Oh, I guess they hung up. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Hey, this is Tamara. Did you call the show? Hey, this sounds like OG Snake Spotter. What's up? Yeah. They'll be all right. So what you think? I think this conversation is taking on legs of its own because we've kind of gotten into something that we have not really talked about, and that is what happened to Big Two. What you think about both topics?
You must go personally, just make his brother find that. My opinion. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
Wow.
That's how I go. Do it every day.
Oh wow.
Do it every day, Nicky. But you know, after everything he lost.
I think so too. I think that it seems like, let me tell you something. It seems like they was letting a lot of these industry, I don't know if there are some new elites or what, but Puffy was one of them. Okay. I think they're letting all the other people know, hey, if we take Puffy down, you know who you think you are. I think it's a lot of stuff being exposed. I don't know where it's coming from, but it is a lot of stuff being exposed.
Exactly. Now every people already got a lot of one hit wonder.
Yeah. Everybody see.
They didn't want to tell their code. It wasn't because they can't make enough to hit. Come on now.
So what you think about the verdict? Do you think that Straight Drop would ever say anything? Do you think that he was upset about it? What you think, just from what you saw yesterday?
I think he only went to trial because he knew he was done. So by him going to trial, he got a chance to keep appealing it. He gonna get picked anyway, but he's like somebody was going to trial. I'm gonna get tried anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. Why he went to trial the way he kind of appeal. She got some technical.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, you already like might well go to trial. At least you got a chance to appeal. You're going to do time. Ain't no way around.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
What man do? Man, took the way of my life. I ain't never seen nothing like this. And I done seen a lot of stuff happen. I ain't never seen nobody get away with it. Come on, man. Crazy.
Yuri said Straight Drop didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
I think they get Govan out the way because they finna use him when it comes to the kids because they definitely can take over.
Well, if you notice, Cornelius, not Cornelius' attorney, but Straight Drop's attorney basically wanted it to be known. He basically put it out there that there is a federal case going on. He says,
Right.
didn't you tell your sister that your attorney told you to work with the feds?
Like, anytime it's $10,000 that involved a fix automatically. That's murder for hire. They gonna come automatically. That's why we keep trial because they're trying to oh,
Let me ask y'all something. Was Schultz still his attorney? Because I didn't see Schultz in court. Was Schultz still Cornelius's attorney? Because we didn't see him in court. They say he was there, but I didn't see him.
probably wasn't too much he could say.
Well, that's true.
Caught red-handed because ain't too much you can say when you caught red-handed.
They,
My opinion.
they said, what about the brothers in the G-Wagon that let off at Juke while he was at the gambling spot? Well, there was a rumor that they had hit at Juke the week before and the day before, right? You know, it's different stories about that. But if they had been hitting at him, I wonder why he would put on his Instagram that he was gonna be at a funeral.
Right. That is kind of crazy. But I know I just can't wait till the feds come in, man. But Dottie and Youngster, y'all ass up. That's all I got to say. I don't feel what nobody said about it. That was wrong. Can't get mad because the person out shining you. Should just let the man shine, man.
Just let him
Like, why
shine.
hate? You know what I'm saying? Why hate, man? Now that shit doesn't really work. Now you about to lose everything.
Just let the man shine. That's all.
Y'all want to physically hurt somebody. Dolph was killing y'all in that food.
And he was putting it out there. He was getting that independent money. It was proof of it. So and also I think young Dolph was he was getting ready. That man could have really was getting ready to do a great thing. You start teaching these little dudes the game as it relates to the industry. It's these black rappers that are talented that dominate the rap industry, but it is them that is getting taken advantage of by the record companies with these contracts and things of that nature. So you take away a gem that learns the recipe and get ready to that could really help to generate a lot of wealth within his city. I'm talking about some long wealth. And you take him out, that just ain't cool. That ain't right. You don't take out nobody that's helping your city. I don't care what part of the city that you come from. If he was giving out doing turkey drives, his artist was doing turkey drives. People say, well, that's for promo. Well, who gives a damn? He was doing it. That was helping people. You don't take down nobody, especially your city always have a like a special spot in your heart. The people in the city and everything, right? So when you come from a city, you know the struggle of that city. You got somebody that's helping the city. I don't give a damn how you feel about them. You don't take that away from the people.
No, you don't. And that's crazy, man. How they would take out somebody that's helping everybody around them and help people in the city, but then they cool with somebody that's terrorizing the city and sending these little guys out to get people killed and get people unalive. It's just crazy, man.
It is. It's crazy. And now these little dudes are at war with each other. And that's what gets me really emotional to see these young dudes. Now they've been forced to choose a side and they're at war at each other. They're really at war with each other, regardless from what part of Memphis that they came from. When these little guys really supposed to be, they got the talent and they got the youth. So they really supposed to be creating generational wealth at an early age so that they can have that money circulating. They still at a young age to be able to retire their mother and all of that. But instead what's happening is they dying out.
Yeah, it's just sad, man. Now they out here going to war with each other by the people that really started just sitting back watching.
Absolutely. My dad used to always say, my dad was in the army, and my dad used to always say, old men start wars that young men have to die for. And that's a true statement. I always remembered that.
Yeah, that hit hard right there. That's true though. It's facts though. It's facts though. The old guys out here got everything going crazy, and the youngest out here losing their life by the older ones just sitting back watching.
Just sitting back watching. It's
That's why I don't have
sad.
no respect for them, man. I don't have no respect for if you over 40 and you out here thinking people out, I ain't got no respect for you.
That's
Do
right.
not let me find out. I'm gonna drop a dime. I don't give a damn. I work for God. I don't care what nobody say about me. Real. Don't make no sense, man. Every time you turn around, somebody losing their life over some crazy, over something they can't even take with them. Money. Like,
That's
come on.
right.
It ain't that important. Money ain't that important. Some enough you need it to live, but it ain't worth dying for.
No, it's not. It's not.
Not
It's
these youngins
sad.
done told. Not these youngins done told they don't really realize they like 10 years.
I'm telling
It
you.
took like 2 years in.
No, they don't understand until they ride in, to their home, their forever home.
I don't care. In my opinion, man, even though Cornelius testified, he still, in my opinion.
Because he sure should. He should get just as much time as Straight Drop is gonna get. Because that man jumped out of there and went and just gunned that man down.
Hey, how you do the most work? Then you want to get a dick. Like, make that make.
Mm-hmm. He was trying. That's what took him so long to really tell everything because he was trying to get them folks to give him 3 years. I know he a damn fool.
He said y'all good. He could have testified. He would have got way less time than what he got.
Yes, he would have.
He tried to keep his mouth closed and stay silent. Man, go, man.
When people been crossed him out, they been crossed him out.
Exactly.
I think he's gonna have an epiphany when he been sitting there for a few years. That usually happens once they sitting there for a few years. He set up and told Cornelius that Quet and Juke wasn't messing with them. He gonna see in just a few months that a whole lot of people ain't really messing with him.
No. He gonna wish. So I know he thought this he told now. He did the least work. Even though it was wrong all around.
You got that right. Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, justice is man. I'm going to get off of this. I'm still calling in. I think taking my call.
I appreciate you calling in, hon.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Shout out to OG Snake Spotter for calling in. That's truth. These young men, these older men are just sitting back watching while these young boys are losing their lives and instigating it. I was looking at I like to look at this podcast from out of these two twins from out of New Orleans. Think Twice. And I was looking at them one night a while ago, and it was talking about how the they was some young dudes that they know from out of New Orleans. They was talking about, they was at their house or something. I know I'm not saying it verbatim, but they was saying they was at their house or something. They was, getting their guns and stuff ready. And they said that and I think the twins are like in their late 40s. And they said that they asked them, what y'all get ready to do? And it was like they would get ready to go down the street from their house and go and shoot up somebody's house that they had been beefing with. And they said they was like, man, your mom, you at your mama, you living with your mama house, they right down the street, they gonna come right back and shoot up your mama house. You know, they said they told them y'all got to rethink that. And I know I'm not saying it verbatim, but it was something to that effect. And that's what these OGs got to do. You don't instigate that and boost them up to go do that. They told them, right, how the hell you gonna go pop up somebody's house that's right down the street from where you living at? And New Orleans is small, even if it was anywhere. And you living here with your mama, they gonna return the favor, come right back and pop up your mama house and could hit your mama. Cause a lot of times these little dudes so bullheaded, they don't even think about their children. But that's what these OGs gotta continuously do. not instigate it. No, you need to think about what you're doing. Not only you put yourself in danger, but you putting innocent people in this. What the hell are you thinking about? But instead, you have more OGs that sit up and instigate the stuff to go send these dudes out because for some reason they get a hard on by having these guys to go and commit these crimes and go and do their dirt and stuff. I used to talk to this guy and he was telling me about um that time he's a little older than me. That's when the pepper tree were if anybody in Memphis know what I'm talking about, the pepper tree were um nice apartments at one time, child. I don't know what they are now. Jesus need to come through. But he was telling me about how then like they were like they should have been in school. They were like 14, 15 years old. He said we ain't had no money. So he said, so with when the Pepper Tree Apartments was still nice apartments, he said what they would have us do is some of the OGs, the older guys, he said they would tell us go break up into that person's house and we go in there and break up into their house and get all their valuables and steal all their shit. He said they gave us $20 a piece. And we thought that that was some money they had. We had went up in there, us, the teenagers, had went up in there and stole all them folks shit out their house. Okay. So it's a darn shame, that stuff like this goes on. He said, I think about that and I was like, damn. I mean, he in his 50s now, so his OG's dead. Okay. Probably. Ray Brown says a lot of youngsters don't respect or listen to the OGs. However, OGs still have to try. Dahlia says they hit on Juke came from inside. Lauren says I think Snooty Wild demise gonna be included in the RICO. Catalina says facts, Lauren. I wonder what they said when they said they said they're Dolph right there. Did they say what you're gonna do or stay on the initial location? I just wonder what they said. We're going to the parking lot. Lauren says Rico. Miss Nelly says, can the Fed stop Gotti passport now before he go where Russell at? Catalina says the parking lot. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App or the Super Thanks. Okay, somebody just called. Let me call this person back. I don't know what be wrong with this phone, child. Somebody said my phone garbage. Don't you know it's one of them new ones? And it is garbage. One of the new iPhones. I believe it's refurbished because they bad about sending you that. Whoever that was, I guess they ain't want to talk anymore. But you all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Like, share, and subscribe, okay? If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell and hit all. Share the content and but most importantly subscribe and stuff so that when I do drop videos and things of that nature you'll know. But you need to hit the bell and hit all so that you can be notified each and every time that I come on, okay? um Alien Iverson says Gotti may as well link up with Russ. That's family now. He hadn't said anything. I'm surprised Gotti has not, released. Well, I don't know. I guess it's still too new and all of that. But I guess we're gonna see. But one thing for sure, they made sure that they put out there that there was still a investigation going on. And Straight Drop's attorney wanted for everybody in the whole world to know that Cornelius was working with the feds. If Cornelius is working with the feds, that means that there's a federal investigation going on. Luke did a lot of slick stuff. I told y'all he was mean. He was low down. But that's how most defense attorneys play. They do anything to try and win. And in a way, I'm happy that they did not put Orange Mound Quet up there on the stand as a witness because Luke was more disappointed than anybody. And that's because he had already laid out his strategy. And I do believe if he had gotten up there on the stand, he could have put reasonable doubts in the minds of the prosecutors. I mean, in the mind of the jurors. That's how he was going to use Orange Mound Quets. We're going back and forth with him to get straight drop off. That's what was going to happen. Antoine says anytime he brought that up several times. I would have loved to cross-examine him. Why didn't they call him up? Why didn't they? I thought I was gonna get the opportunity to examine him. He was just real disappointed. He was basically trying to let the jurors know that he felt like he said, I don't have the ability to give Hernandez Govan a deal. So, he was really upset about that. His lawyers probably told him don't say shit. Rest in peace, young dog says, Miss T, why you think Luke ain't called? They want right. Straight Drop had one witness that they were supposed to call up, and they never called him for some reason. That was weird. You have Facebook or TikTok. I have Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram. Real Talk with Tamara Love. Um, Antico says he wanted to let CMG. Oh, here's somebody. Hey, this is Tamara.
Things about the topic that you're talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm from Tennessee. I'm not from I'm from Maryville, so I can't speak about what's in politics because I'm not from there.
Uh-huh.
But the whole situation is it's sad. Like it's terrible. But for the younger crowd, like looking at this, even your platform from the trial, or just say she say, uh, we need to screen this. We need to short it. This was like it's Tennessee, like everybody. Tennessee is like one of those states where it's still dangerous, you know.
Mhm.
Um, um, like it's from black on black violence for sundown, So,
Yeah, that's so true. And there's a lot of them because people don't know, like, there's a Nutbush, Tennessee, not Nutbush neighborhood, but Tennessee, where it's like one road, where Tina Turner grew up at. Those little sundown towns still exist.
I also drive too, so I travel a lot. I'm local. I go to a lot of places. East Grove, Tennessee, Winchester, Manchester. I mean, you name it. I've been there. And it's been times where I see something going, doing deliveries and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This whole situation, uh, at time always was, but these younger guys really need to look into this and really look at what's going on. It's from the $100,000, and this guy only came out. Cornelius only came out with 800. You see, maybe what are your told you? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you hit the hammer on the nail when you hit stuff. I mean, Jukes, Govan, those are the older guys. Those are the younger babies, rather babies. They don't know what they doing. They don't know what they
Mm-hmm.
doing. I mean, you know the stuff.
Other than smoke it back up. And if you see Cornelius get out that car, he looked like he was geeked up already. He looked like the gun was too heavy for him, don't it? Like he's about to fall over.
Just looking at it, how hearing him, and looking at this way, they Cornelius, uh, first thing, page, person that was supposed to be type of for fashion. You know, people
Mm-hmm.
being on your well, it was, I don't know if it was your last show or what was it. I wanted to comment so that my belief shirt drop will receive life with no possibility for new. He's also going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
He will see life and uh,
Yeah.
and give them life. I think they might max them out for like 50 times. So, and that's like, well, that's natural.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably end up giving him life with parole, and he might get out in 30 years. That's a long damn time.
So, I don't know how to answer that to you. Well, really, turned out
Yes, he did.
in my perspective, he really might have been the couple bullets that was there released. All of them was lethal, but he this was
I agree.
yeah. When you look at that video and when he got out the car, they got that straight in. I was already on the ground. He was on the ground.
Yeah, he
But
was.
you the one that made him fall to the ground. He was literally did.
And letting them bullets go in Young Dolph's back. He had already killed him. Young Dolph was a thin little tall guy. You start letting a Draco go in somebody's back.
No, we talking about it. With two versus uh, Cornelius went to I'm sorry, probably had like 40 and 9. You know, I don't know about the actual details of the movies, but I know when you do a great thing, you know exactly what it is. It's a 1250, it's a 750, unless you shoot out, you know, and all that fancy stuff, probably do the stuff that you want to do. But yeah, that's the 750. One that initiated firefight, he was the first one on the scene. They both arrived, but he was the first one. He started everything.
Yes, he
He
did.
started everything. So he shouldn't have any type of mercy.
Now he should get the same thing Straight Drop get.
He deserves life with the possibility of recall.
Yeah.
And see what no other way. If not, by I'm tough on the streets, and I'm saying this. I'm a Chinese man. Anything that I know, you get older, you realize a lot of things. You find out a lot of things. You know, you start seeing things. You know, when you actually get yourself together on path to live a professional career, you notice these things. It's ridiculous, like what's going on. Not only are we battling with us, but in Tennessee we battle with the others. So I'm not gonna be disrespectful on the show. Like they're on Fred. Man, people from Tennessee, man, we gotta do this
Yes, we do.
because we've been dealing with this for long time. It's like Alabama, Mississippi, not only are we our own enemy, they been our enemy. It's like we don't realize it. You know, we don't realize it. A Tennessee being from the team, we need to clean this up.
Yes, we do.
That movie, Memphis, Louisville, Columbia,
Knoxville. Yeah.
Wonderland. There's a lot of folks to be playing, so to be keeping around. And what these guys are doing. So I just think this coach should be and it should show you like how things could turn sour free. And again, the last week, you don't know what else is going on culture or no, nobody should be kicking out like that. That was violent. So,
It was heinous. It was definitely very heinous.
it was crazy. Even like, and me and your dog, we got the same birthday. Like, we call it my twin. You know what I mean? Like, I think, yeah, that's the twin. I remember like going to the store to get some alcoholic beverages, and I showed my ID, and it was a younger guy. He was like, "Oh man, we got the same birthday as Dolph." I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's my twin." You know, like I was there following Dolph for a while. Even in Asheville, it a lot of Dolph supporters. Like I mean, y'all right down the street from us. You need for 3 hours at the most.
Yeah, 3 hours.
And I want to say this. I'm not gonna say my name or anything like that, but everything did happen. Big started hanging out in those. He started hanging out in
Somebody told me that. Somebody told me that.
hanging out in those. Like I'm not gonna put too much out. And so, but I am from that area. That that caused a lot of things, because it was just like,
Why do you think he started hanging out? And why you think he started hanging out there?
uh,
Just in your opinion. Thank you, Angelique.
maybe to try to run a new ethnicity,
Oh,
you
okay.
know. 'Cause it's always been a big thing with like Nashville and me. Especially like when they in the junior system and the previous system, like it's kind of like Nashville versus and like it just
Mm-hmm.
like it's just too different, where like has been going on, but he was ignorant, like, and he was hanging out at a popular picture. He was had sensation, like a lot, because we would be with certain people, and like yeah, so on the hood, it was like, I don't know, that ain't like, I ain't it be, like first time it was, so and this is the mental thing, like the national amenities and stuff like that. It's not pushing a lot, like in code. I don't know, the managers don't have no problem teaching the music.
Well, I tell you what I was told. I'm gonna tell you what I was told. What I was told was, and I never said anything about it because this person told me this probably like late last year that something I believe that BEO Lil Kenny, that's another artist that was living in Nashville at the time, maybe in the halfway house, and that so allegedly Juke had started hanging out in Nashville to try to get some relationships with some of them dudes to go at BEO, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, now that's absolutely false. I can really do that. Not gonna don't want to think you make threat. So Henry, he's pretty good here in I promise you that. It makes more than one time. More than one time. He- like true. But things for Memphis, we just crap. I think that's where Memphis national thing going on. This is crazy. Nowadays, like it's not as bad as it was like in the early 2000s. Like like the mafia and all this shit going on, like real tough in the environment. So it's not that bad. Man, it's kind of something like how they want to be treated. So
Mhm.
but man, this whole situation is, uh, making me say was like she was saying that they don't really have to choose. It's
Right.
crazy. Uh, it's, the way the just, I mean, in the chaos, whatever, can, they can, well, you know, they- like, as long as they keep them like chaos, whatever, like, they live in it.
Oh, wow.
They live in it. Especially same thing with they had a lot of early particles to it. And I don't know that. It's the one thing, but like, think, snow, blacks and stuff like this. But
Yeah.
I just think like we can continue.
I agree. I agree 100%. That's something that we have to do, represent better. And because there are a lot of talented rappers that come from up out of Tennessee. Really there is, cuz I know Young Buck come from up that way. So there are a lot of talented rappers that come from out of Tennessee, and we definitely have to do better.
You know, you gotta work for that. Yes, you gotta go there. I mean, you got the people like in Oklahoma. Like it's a lot of cities here, man, where will travel through, and you didn't like, you might be like, ah, man, I ain't know it was like that. Like, even like maybe what, Franklin might be like 30 minutes, 45 minutes away from there, bro. It's real close to Brentwood, and that's why they really changed it. One Brentwood became like one of the richest zip codes, in the nation. They
Right.
cleaned it up, but man, that's crazy.
CEO Boss says he sure did. He sure did. I forgot about that. Yeah, somebody had told me that. And as a matter of fact, the person had told me something was supposed to happen. I did not blog about it because I didn't say anything about it, but the person had told me about something that he was hanging in Nashville and something was supposed to go down, a fight or something, but I don't remember verbatim, but I do remember the person telling me that. And I didn't talk about it. But I appreciate you calling in, love. I'm getting ready to go ahead and pull it on in because we've been on here almost 3 hours.
Okay. I definitely appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you taking my call. I'm gonna slide this in just real quick, real quick. The fight that they were talking about when the stuff went viral down in downtown Nashville with the white people calling the little black boys like jungle babies, niggas and stuff like that. So it was a rally to go down there, to find the white guys. But you know, those folks that do that, they not even from Tennessee. They're not
Hmm.
from Tennessee. I just want to finish up on that. So I'm keep looking at this though. I am gonna send you a donation now, and I deeply appreciate you calling me back and taking my call and
Well, I appreciate that so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
thank you.
All right, bye. Shout out to everybody that called in. I've enjoyed being on here with you all. It's a rainy day. Y'all know I don't be liking to get out and do no work on rainy days, but I gotta go out and work later today. Not now, but later today. And I don't know what I'm gonna cook. I didn't even take anything out. I think I'm gonna do a southern fried cabbage. That's what I'm gonna do, a southern fried cabbage. That's keto friendly. Says Rico, two violations needed. The government need not prove that the defendant agreed with every other conspirator, knew all other conspirators, or had full knowledge of details. Yeah, I enjoyed being on here with you all today. But I did. Somebody told me about that. Somebody had told me, was like, "Did you hear about the fight that was they were supposed there was supposed to be some type of fight or something?" I said, "No." And he had told me Big Juke had started hanging around Nashville, and he brought up BEO Lil Kenny. So I don't know. I don't know. I didn't. I never did. I just I never did. I didn't vlog about it. She said, "Get on my ass. I need car." That southern fried cabbage be hidden, girl. I take that cabbage and I chop up. I have turkey Kabbalah sausages. I do peppered turkey bacon. All of the I chop up the different color bell peppers and onions. Girl, that thing be so good. Oh my God. The only thing about it is I've been trying to figure out how to do keto cornbread. Cause I don't want no almond as no almond meal or whatever. I be wanting the real homemade hot water cornbread. Ooh, Lord. But I'm gonna have to eat it without that. I haven't found any keto. There is some ketos. It's that almond stuff. I don't want it. He says with some white rice. No, I don't eat cabbage with white rice. I like to eat it with cornbread. I'm a country girl for real. I be wanting my southern fried cabbage because when you put the turkey bacon in there and you chop up the turkey Kabbalah sausages and put it in there, you don't really need no meat or nothing. You just need some good hot water cornbread, right? But I'm trying to figure out how can I do keto cornbread. How can I do that to eat with my cabbage? Do you eat? Yeah, I eat cauliflower rice. I've started doing cauliflower and making the same cheese sauce that I normally make to put on my baked macaroni and cheese and do cauliflower macaroni and cheese. It'd be so freaking good. So I'm doing healthier ways of eating. So when I get a husband, he gonna be able to eat healthy too. Um, Michelle Johnson and Miss Tamara, we glad you keeping your state and alert. We pray and appreciate everything you do. Thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I cannot wait. I think that's what I'm gonna eat because it's raining real hard and it's kind of chilly. So this is one of those days that I like to stay in the house, like take a shower. I did that this morning and just lay in bed all day, but I gotta get out and go. I gotta get out and go on a case today. Then I come back. Um, yeah. So I do want to say this. I have I have started well, I'll tell you all about it. There's some more stuff that I got to do. I normally don't like to talk about stuff until it's already done, but we'll start talking about that because we talk about things and we talk about all the problems, but I was always taught if you're going to talk about a problem, you need to also start talking about how we can come up with solutions. And there has to be a solution. I do understand that poverty ignites crime. And so we got to start talking about solutions and start putting our heads together because this is our community. So we got to start coming up with some ideas and start and working those ideas, right? We got to start putting those ideas into progress so that we can save our children, our young adults, help to start putting out ideas about how to create generational wealth, being supportive of each other's businesses and stuff like that. I know I'm like that. When we start going into African American stores or somebody got a online boutique or something like that, they have good practices. Okay, they have good business practices. What we can do is start being supportive um of each other's businesses, right? I knew somebody that used to do that, and I think that would be good. People that have businesses, young ladies, young men that are selling something. If we can, I'm saying those that can do it, start going to their online stuff and just buying a lot of us, just buying something. That's how you support people, right? And then that person, what we have to do is start reciprocating what people do for us. Oftentimes we want people to support us, we don't want to support them back. So we got to stop that mindset and just start just supporting each other. That's how we could start getting money and stuff and flowing in out within our community. That's the type of stuff that we got to do. Anyways, y'all, because I got to go out on a case in a tonight. I need to go ahead cook my cabbage so I can eat. Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to make that cornbread because y'all know I'm on a keto diet. Now the cabbage is keto, but y'all know I make homemade cornbread because my grandma taught me how to make it, and I sure want it. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna make it. I just have to get my butt on the treadmill. My butt is I already got that South Memphis cornbread fed bottom. So, anyways, I'm trying to get it on down. But anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all tuning in. As always, it has been an absolute pleasure. I want y'all to be safe. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I'll speak with you later.